it is. It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape. Definitely bringing you the pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point, then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Power Slam show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Power Slam show. Turn it up.
Episode 461, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 461 of the Pancakes Power Show. Indeed. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone. We are live and living color, getting funky like a monkey if it will, baby. Yeah, that's what we do, baby. Look, hey, listen, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight talking about the Royal Rumble, talking about predictions, and I got a lot of trivia for y'all tonight. we taking it back old school. I got lots of trivia for y'all tonight, and it's going to be lots of fun. Of course, we got some Ask Dr. Chris questions as always. What's up, Marissa, Dante? What's up, Elvis? Thank you for your support with the unscripted as well, man. I appreciate your participation is the word I'm looking for. Do you know of any surprise entries to Royal Rumble? Hint anyone that you have interviewed. Anybody have interviewed? Yes. Someone who I've interviewed. But I interviewed him a long time ago, though. So I interviewed him. Let's see. From what I've heard, it was someone I had an interview with back in let me look. A long time ago, actually. Back in it was like 300 episodes ago. So it was over 300 episodes ago. So 2014 is when I interviewed him. So wow, that was over 6 years ago. So all right, how many times I interviewed PN News? I think that's like my third time. That's my third time interviewing Paul. Awesome guy. Christopher, it's always a pleasure having you coming through, man. Always appreciate you. Absolutely. Ricky's asking, what are your thoughts about the network going to NBC? We talked about it yesterday with Vince Russo. I mean, WWE is just, it's good business, I guess, right? It's business, if you will. It's good business, if you will. That's it. I mean, From a business standpoint, it's helping WWE, and that's what it's all about from a business, perspective. From a fan's perspective, okay. So if I'm able to download an app and buy Peacock ad free for $10 a month, it's a wash. It's no harm, no foul. From a business standpoint, the WWE, from what we broke at Sportskeeda, we're finding out that they are leasing the content. They're not selling the streaming rights to Peacock, to NBC. So sure, I mean NBC is a USA's with NBC, and if NBC finds it beneficial to reach out, they got like 20 times more of an audience than the WWE network has, and so that's smart. It's more exposure. It's smart. It's smart. So, Ricky's asking, why won't WWE build major stars like Cena? 50-50 booking is just awful. It builds no stars. Just stupid. I 100% agree, Ricky. I think it's quite stupid. I think it does nothing to assist with helping stars. Back in the day, you had marquee names. It was the same as like an MMA star. You had marquee names, and you had people coming to see a certain person. And so you had people coming to see Hogan. You had people coming to see Andre, and so you had even people wanting to see heels get beat up, like Ted DiBiase and everything. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think this is terrible. Let's see. We got again hashtag Ask Dr. Chris. Surprise interested. I think Edge being a Rumble. So Royal Rumble's Royal Rumble. So they're going to have surprise entrances. Edge was supposed to be a surprise entrance, but because WWE put the kibosh on having having fans there, because they didn't want to spend all that time taking away, deconstructing or tearing down the Thunderdome, having the fans there for the Royal Rumble, and then putting it right back up for Raw. So I get it. I totally get it. I don't have an issue with that. It does take a long, I'd imagine putting all those LED, screens up just takes forever. So, I get it. It took a while to set up, the Amway and then eventually Tropicana Center. I think it would have been smart. I mean, I think possibly you could have opened up seating for the Rumble and then Raw and SmackDown. I think I would have had all three of them in Tropicana, just so they could work on the Thunderdome throughout for the weekend. They just would have had to go hard, working on the Rumble. And it's one of those things, man. Look, if they had Raw at the Performance Center for months with no fans. So, and I know, there's some talks about, they kind of want to keep the NXT crowd by themselves because of higher exposure to COVID. And I get all that, but they had the glass, the plexiglass there before. And so there's precautions that you can do. Look, I would have tore that thing down, and I would have had, for the past couple of weeks, I would have had a Raw at the Performance Center with the fans. Why not? And then I would have had fans at the Rumble. It's just not going to. Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble out of any pay-per-view of the whole year. The Royal Rumble is the one that needs the fans. Like that, it is a fan-centric pay-per-view. It's about the fans being there, looking, anticipating the mystery entrant, anticipating each entrant every single time, doing the countdown. Now they're probably going to have to pipe in the countdown, pipe in the reactions, and so it's definitely not going to have the same feel. And so I would have somehow made it work, because you have to think about, I imagine, swallow your pride, have Raw at the Performance Center for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. That wouldn't have changed how bad the product is. And so, like, have Raw and SmackDown at the Performance Center like you did for months before you picked up the Thunderdome. Have it back, set it up for fans to come for the Royal Rumble, and then spend another, few weeks putting up the Thunderdome again. And during those weeks, have it back at the Performance Center. I mean, I don't understand why that's an issue. And plus, you have LED boards at the Capitol Wrestling Center, so you have a hybrid of the two, which I actually like NXT in that sense, because you have a hybrid of the two. You have the LED boards and LED screens, and you have fans. I think that's great. And so that would have been really cool, a better feel for Raw and SmackDown, because you actually have real reactions and not piped in reactions. That's the reason why, honestly, I enjoy watching AEW more. I'm not a huge fan of AEW products. I think it's cool to watch. I actually enjoy watching the product. Not a huge fan, but I'm a fan though. And I'm actually happy what they're doing with Sting as far as making him a star. I mean, making him like the main attraction again, or at least one of the main attractions, as opposed to him just being another cog in the wheel when he was in WWE. I'm not a huge fan of him wrestling again, but it's a tag match with Darby Allin. So I'm a little bit more understanding and more gracious toward that. If it was a singles match, I would have been like, oh no. But if it's a tag match and it's for the purposes of putting Darby Allin over, which clearly that's what Sting is doing. And that's how you put people over too. You don't have to lose to someone all the time to put them over. Sting is putting over Darby Allin. Darby Allin, his stock has risen exponentially since, being co-signed by Sting, and it's just Sting just advocating him. And I think it's great. I think that's the way I kudos to AEW for that, man. They're really making, they're using their legends in a right way. They're not using their legends to trample over any of the new guys, or they're not just doing the real cheap, I'm going to have a new guy beat a legend. I mean, that's cheap. That's so cheap now. It's so cheap. It doesn't really mean anything anymore because it's so cheap. Like, that a legend is going to come in for the most part. That they're going to lose to a younger guy, but it just doesn't make it. I mean, Goldberg lost to Drew. Cena lost to Fiend. Goldberg's really the only person that didn't do it, but Goldberg did end up losing to Braun though. So, I mean, everybody loses to a legend. Legend comes in, and I mean, everybody beats a legend. So it really doesn't make the legend feel important to come back anymore, because you just know he's going to lose. But with AEW, I got to give it to them. They're actually using the legends very well. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Arn Anderson coaching Cody, but it's a decent spot for Arn Anderson. I'm cool with it. Love Tully's spot with FTR. That's perfect for Tully. That's great. Love Jake's spot with Archer, with Lance Archer. I think that's fantastic. big fan of the reason of how they're using Sting right now to put over Darby. So I mean, they're really doing a good job for the most part, knowing how to use the star power that they have when it comes to the legends. So yeah, I got to give it to them. I got to give it to them in that sense. Bad news. My molar tooth broke over the weekend. I'll see the dentist tomorrow. I will accidentally put me to sleep. I'm not a fan of needles. Well, praying for your tooth. That's comparatively speaking, that's much better than what you've been dropping before. And I told you to start dropping good news too. So I'm looking for some good news too. This is the worst build to Royal Rumble ever. I think it's quite a bit up there for sure. Quite a bit up there. Good question, Marissa. What do I think about Alexa Bliss doing it? I think it's carny. I think it's corny, hokey. I'm not sold. I'm not sold into the Bliss, and this is the reason why I'm not, because you're supposed to be pushing the Fiend as a babyface. I guess that's the goal as far as what they were trying to do from what the rumors were saying. They're trying to push the Fiend as a babyface, but it's clear, it's abundantly clear that Alexa Bliss is a heel. And this is the reason why I don't like what they're doing with Alexa Bliss, because it's making people like Asuka look lesser than what she should be. Asuka should be a dominant, pushed star like she was for a year and a half in NXT. And I mean, NXT pushed her so well that she just looked invincible. And it's like WWE's booking is so bad that someone who already had an advantage coming onto the main roster now looks like everybody else. And that's absolutely terrible. It's terrible. And for someone as dominant as Asuka was, who was, had a year and a half undefeated streak, was absolutely amazing coming into the main roster. For them to just decide to have this 50-50 and make Asuka look scared, and that's just terrible, man. Just horrible. If you want to do that with Alexa Bliss, I would have much rather them pick someone who stock isn't as high enough. Someone like a Dana Brooke, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, I would have much rather saw a feud with like a Dana Brooke, because, I mean, if the purpose is to get Alexa Bliss over in this sense, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm just not buying it. Let's see what we got here, baby. All right. Good questions. Why don't they use managers anymore? From what I heard, Vince just isn't sold on the idea of managers really anymore. I mean, there's some, but he's just not sold on them anymore. Which, that's Vince. That's Vince. That's Vince McMahon for you. He, likes one thing one day, and the other day it's poof. All right, so let's ask these questions. I got a lot of Royal Rumble questions for you. It's the go home show. It's the Royal Rumble, so I got quite a bit. Where's all my? Oh, I put it over on the other. I think. Yeah. Let me see. I put it over here, I think. Here we go. Let's start here. All right, here we go. You ready for some Royal Rumble questions? Let's start with this one. Who was the first person to win consecutive Royal Rumble matches? who was the first person to win consecutive Royal Rumble matches. Elvis is asking, do you see Lana returning and winning Royal Rumble? No. Or are you surprised Tessa Blanchard showing up and winning? No. I say if Tessa shows up, she's a challenge Sasha. Looks like they're doing her Sasha and Carmella for a little while. No, Tessa should be in NXT if she comes back. She was kind of on a bad note beforehand when they were looking at her. And then just, holding Impact Wrestling hostage, not bringing the title back. And, WWE looks at that stuff, and that's not a good look. That's not a good look. So that definitely wasn't a good way to catch WWE's eyes. Yeah, Chad. It's all the same thing, Chris. All of a sudden, Alexa's super tough. Lame. I agree. I just don't. I don't. It's just going from Asuka should be dominant, so she's looking scared, and then she's looking sorrowful because Alexa Bliss is crying. And what are you crying about? And then you're able to dodge Asuka, and then you get into the Alexa Bliss garb, and then the lights go off and you get the black lipstick. And it just makes Asuka look so weak. And that's absolutely horrible. Who we got? Okay. Danny for the win. Absolutely. It was actually 90 and 91. Yeah. Flair won in 92, of course. I hope Edge doesn't win. I'm not. No. Unless they're just phoning this in because there's no fans, but I don't want to see Edge versus Roman Reigns. That's for sure. And I definitely don't want to see Edge versus Drew. That would be terrible. So, no, neither way. Absolutely. No. Yeah, exactly. This is ridiculous. What's up, Josh? Great to have you, as always. All right, next question. We're going to do a few questions before we bail out. And I'm going to give Royal Rumble predictions. Who won the 2013 Royal Rumble match? Who won the 2013 Royal Rumble match? What's up, Aaron? Great to have you on the show as always. 90-91. There we go. Yep, that was for Flair. This was Flair. That was for Big Man. Big Man, huh? Big Man. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Big Man. Oh gosh, Elvis, are you kidding me? No. Oh no. I don't want to see Cena versus Roman. I talked about that last week only because Roman needs a big name, and I'm okay with Cena versus Roman for the sake of putting Roman over. Because Cena is really the only big name, to complement, to complement Roman Reigns. He, like I said last week, you have the head of the table, tribal chief. You need a big name to complement that. And as much as I love Daniel Bryan winning the title, winning the Royal Rumble, no, he doesn't have that feel. He doesn't have that complimentary feel to someone whose character is as big and larger than the WWE as Roman Reigns. So it definitely doesn't. He needs someone who would complement him. Roman Reigns does. Goldberg, sure, but I don't want to see Goldberg Roman because if Goldberg loses to Drew, what does he mean? Raw wasn't good enough, so I'm gonna go to SmackDown. So that doesn't make Roman Reigns look good. And then if Daniel Bryan beats Roman Reigns, it it really it would significantly dilute Roman Reigns' character. Roman Reigns doesn't need to lose at WrestleMania anyways, no matter who it is. He doesn't need that. So you're on Pasta Way. That's why I listen to your show. Well, Josh, I appreciate that. I appreciate you using this as a escape from that, and I'm definitely sorry to hear that and praying for your family. Nobody? Nope. If I'm right on Cena versus Roman, remember you said it. No, you didn't actually, because I said it last week. So beat you to it. Beat you. Beat you. Cena and Taker at Mania. Yep, I did hear that. I definitely hope that Taker does not wrestle. I'm okay with Cena being there, just because I want Roman to go over, and Roman going over Cena at WrestleMania would makes Roman definitely a head of the table type of feel to it. Again, unless it's Goldberg or Cena or someone with a big name like that, I even heard, we were told that there's even thoughts of Drew somehow Drew versus Roman rematch, somehow that happens, but that was penciled, that's been penciled in. So there's right now, from the sources that I've heard, there's nothing in stone for Drew. And as far as I've had a lot of interviews. I've had 300 interviews, and I've learned from my interviews and from having friends in the business. I learned enough to know that this is bad booking. This is a bad angle. This is a bad direction when it comes to the fact that your flagship pay-per-view is about 2 months away and there's nothing, the card isn't set in stone. From what I've heard, typically the card is kind of put together, or at least theorized, starting at Survivor Series. So about 4 months out, a little over 4 months out, they kind of put together or map together what they're expecting for the card. And so that's clear. It's clear as day that that's not the case in 2021. That's for sure. So nobody knows. Nobody knows who won the 2000. Did I stump y'all already? Yikes. Did I stump y'all already? Don't look don't look and see. Don't look and see. That's for sure. I think somebody got it. Yes, that was good job. It was John Cena. Yep. Which that was weird. That he won. That's for sure. John Cena. I was hoping for Ryback to win that one, actually. Although he's been amongst quite a bit of controversy lately. Quite a bit of controversy. Yeah, so Edge versus, what's the other one you said? Edge versus Edge versus Goldberg. No. Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us. How many wrestlers won the first Royal Rumble match? How many wrestlers won the first Royal Rumble match? What we got? Yeah, I agree. I agree, Ricky. I agree. I wouldn't have him come back at all. No, no, I'm not interested. I like Mia Yim, but just the Retribution character just would absolutely um, dilute Asuka's character. No way. No, no way. No way. No way. Yes, Danny. I love knowing people who know their wrestling trivia. I absolutely love it. Next. All right, Danny. Who won? Who won the that? That's my number two. That's my follow up. Who won the first Royal Rumble, and what year was it? I got two follow ups. What year and who won? What year and who won? We'll figure that out. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Danny. He did. He won. What year was it though? Yeah, Aaron, absolutely. Nope. 86 was not the first year. Close, but no cigar. Nope. As y'all try to figure that out, I'm gonna give you my Royal Rumble predictions. Nope, Aaron. That don't work. Late 80s don't work. There you go, Danny. 88. That's true. There you go. There you go. 88. Danny got it right. 88. All right, next question. Who won the 2008 Royal Rumble match? Who won the 2008 Royal Rumble match? And right now, there is only 3 matches scheduled outside of the Royal Rumble match. So what it appears is that typically, pay-per-views are 3 hours. It used to be 4 hours, which I'm glad that went down. But 3 hours. So the Royal Rumble matches a piece is going to be, say, an hour, even an hour 15. Typically an hour. So you have 2.5 hours. So you still have a whole hour and a half. So that means that you're going to somehow book 3 matches in a matter of an hour and a half. So Reigns and Owens probably going to be long, 20 minutes or so. Drew and Goldberg certainly ain't going to be long. And the tag match, probably 15 minutes of that. So this is going to be an odd thing. A lot of wrong answers. Yeah, I don't see the right answer yet. Who won the 2008 Royal Rumble? Nobody? Come on, y'all. What y'all got? 2008 Royal Rumble match. Who won the 2008 Royal Rumble match? There you go, Aaron. Once again, John Cena. Yeah. Triple H That's who he. Oh yeah. So two more matches. Yeah, Sasha versus Carmella and Riddle versus Lashley. Yeah, Riddle versus Lashley, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if Riddle beats Lashley, here's my thing. This is the only thing that'll work for me. Okay. This is the only thing that's gonna work for me. Okay. If Goldberg beats Drew, Riddle beats Lashley, somehow slips over banana peel, slips on the banana peel. So Goldberg beats Drew. That'll cause a lot of buzz. Lashley wins. Lashley loses to Riddle early in the match, early in the pay-per-view. Somehow that's because of the Hurt Business. Lashley wins the Royal Rumble. Lashley versus Goldberg at Mania. Lashley wins. That opens up Drew to compete against Roman Reigns, Universal Championship. That's the only thing I possibly could happen. Who did Ric Flair last eliminate in the 1992 Royal Rumble match? Who did Flair last eliminate in the 1992 Royal Rumble match? Got a few more for y'all. They were supposed to be having a Queen of the Ring, actually. There was some talks, like I think last year or the year before, that never happened. Who did he last eliminate? 1992 Royal Rumble match. I think Asuka. A women's tag title. Charlotte might. Yeah. Charlotte might turn on Asuka. Or Lacey might interfere and cost Asuka and Charlotte the titles. That might happen. It might be Nia and Baszler again. I say Drew's going to beat Goldberg. As of right now, as of the sources that I heard a couple weeks ago, it's supposed to be one and done. Of course, anything changes. Plans are always scheduled to change with Vince McMahon. So the WWE Championship, I say Drew McIntyre. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it was Goldberg. Don't see Roman Reigns losing, and if Roman Reigns loses, WWE clearly just don't give a hoot about building characters. That would be absolutely terrible. I like Kevin Owens as a babyface in the main event. I'm cool with it. But first of all, doing this over and over again is just terrible. You keep having the same match with the same person losing, getting multiple title opportunities. That's just bad booking. The Women's Royal Rumble. So I'll do the Men's Royal Rumble first. I'm still going with Daniel Bryan. I hope that's different, but I'm still going Daniel Bryan. And for the Women's Royal Rumble, I actually want this to happen. Bianca Belair. Hogan, nope. Hogan actually was the third person out. No. That's odd. Oh, there you go, Aaron. And Rob. Yep. And Danny. Good job, guys. Sid Justice. All right, I got a multiple choice for you. Greg Valentine, Ludwig Borga, Randy Savage, Billy Gunn. Who was not in the 1994 Royal Rumble match? Greg Valentine, Ludwig Borga, Randy Savage, Billy Gunn. who was not in the 1994 Royal Rumble match. I told you I got trivia for y'all. I'm going back old school PNP. Going back old school PNP. Old school PNP. Elvis, good job. It was Ludwig Borga. Marissa thought it was Billy Gunn, but nope. Billy Gunn was in the 1994 Royal Rumble. How about that? Three Faces of Foley appeared at which Royal Rumble match? The Three Faces of Foley appeared at which Royal Rumble match? I'm gonna go Sasha. I'm gonna go. No, I said I think the heels are gonna win the titles, and if it was up to me, Riddle. I just don't want Riddle to beat Lashley, but I can see some hurt business. I'm gonna go safe bet and go Lashley. So here's the thing. Right now, there's still 12 spots open in the Royal Rumble match. So, yeah. 12 spots. Well, he's supposed to be in the Rumble. He announced that he's going to be in the Rumble match. I hope he doesn't cash in. Three Faces of Foley. Luke, yep, 1998. Aaron, yep, 1998. Great job. Next, who was the only wrestler to win 3 Royal Rumble matches? In which years did he win? Who was the only wrestler to win 3 Royal Rumble matches? In which years did he win? That's the last question for tonight. I'm gonna go Bucks. I think there will win. And if I'm not mistaken, I predicted the Chiefs and the Bucks to be in the Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, I predicted the Chiefs and the Bucks to be in the Super Bowl. Correct, Luke. Luke bringing the heat tonight. Austin, 97, 98, and 2001. That is correct. Who won? You know what? I'm going to do this. I've done this every year, man. I haven't done this in a while. I do trivia every week. Baszler and Bliss are dark horses to win a Royal Rumble, and Styles dark horses for the man's Lashley and Styles. I was thinking about Styles Monday, actually. Bliss wouldn't surprise me, actually. Although Bliss chasing the title to WrestleMania would just be weird to me. All right, let me see. This will be tough. I need y'all's help if I forget. But I'm gonna go through all the winners again. I don't remember. Let's do 88 Duggan, 89 Stud, 90 Hogan, 91 Hogan, 92 Flair, 93 Yoko, 94 Brett and Luger, 95 Michaels, 96 Michaels, 97 Austin, 98 Austin, 99 Vince, 2000 was was like The Rock, right? But it was like The Rock. It was Big Show, The Rock type of deal. 94 was Brett and Luger, and then The Rock, although he was eliminated, but he won. 01 was Austin. 02 was Triple H, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, Triple H. Yeah. 03 was Lesnar. 04 was Batista. No. '04 was, oh goodness. Oh no. I'm not going to snag on it. Oh yeah, Benoit. Okay. '05 was Batista. '06 was Ray. '07 was Taker. '08 was Cena. '09. Ooh. Orton. Yes, Orton. Edge. 2010. Del Rio. Sheamus. Cena. 14 was. Ooh. Oh goodness. I don't remember. 14 was what WrestleMania was that? That was 7 years ago. So that was WrestleMania. Oh, it was Batista. 15. Oh goodness. I'm forgetting all these now. Reigns. Yeah, Reigns. That was in Philly. 16 was that was the title match. They mimicked 1992. Triple H won. I think Dean Ambrose was the last person he interfered. He beat. 17 was just 4 years ago. So that was 33. I believe that was 17 was Orton again, I think it was. Yeah, Orton. Because Bray. Because he went against Bray, 33. 18 was Shinsuke. He eliminated Roman Reigns. 19 was that was just 2 years ago. So that was 30. What? 35. Oh goodness, I don't remember 19. Seth Rollins. And then last year was Drew. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Well, I did it once again, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, that was tough. But I remember once again all of the Royal Rumble winners. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? For a second, I remember all the runner-ups too. For a few years, I think I may. I just don't remember who Seth eliminated. I think I remember all the runner-ups for. I did for until like probably 5 years ago. I know that. Oh goodness, who won last year again? Yeah, I don't remember. I forgot who Seth eliminated. Last year was. Oh goodness, I just forgot that quick. Of who won last year? Don't tell me. Okay, so the main event was Drew. Okay, Drew won. Reigns was the runner-up for last year. He eliminated Reigns. I don't remember who Seth eliminated, though. I don't remember. For 19. I know Shinsuke eliminated Reigns for that. 18 was Orton. I think 17 was Orton. I think he eliminated Reigns last two. Braun, Luke. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Braun. Yep. Yeah, Shinsuke Reigns. Orton, Reigns, I believe. I think Orton eliminated Reigns last two in 2017. 16 was Dean Ambrose with Triple H. And then 15 was Rusev, I think it was, right? With Roman Reigns. And 14 was did Batista last eliminate Reigns too? Who was the last person Batista eliminated? Because I remember that he got booed because the people didn't want him to win the title under the Royal Rumble. If I'm not mistaken, it was Reigns. Oh man, I gotta find out. Because I remember Reigns being runner-up for like three or four of them. But was it Luke? So it was Reigns too, right? Yeah, I thought it was. So Roman Reigns was the runner-up for wait, so Seth was 19. So 18 was Shinsuke. Roman Reigns was the runner-up there. 17 was Orton. Reigns was the runner-up there. 16 was Triple H, was Ambrose. And then 15, he actually won. And then 14 was Batista. So that's three runner-ups. Wow, that's quite interesting. Edge, I don't remember Edge. Was it Cena when he came? When Edge was Cena the last person Edge eliminated when he came back? His return, I think it was Cena because I know Jericho was in it around that time too. He was one of the last people in there. I think it was Cena was the last person that Edge eliminated, and then Del Rio was Santino, which was funny, which is absolutely hilarious. I didn't like that Royal Rumble, but I think that the end was funny because I think Foley was one of the last people in there too. He had the Sacco. He had the show off the Cobra versus the Sacco, and Alberto eliminated. I forgot who it was, and then Santino was out of the ring, but he wasn't out of the match yet, and so he came back. He was super excited. So yeah, Santino. Orton. Yeah, I don't remember who Orton eliminated in 2009. I think it was Triple H. Batista. Cena was Ryback in 2013. And yeah, I don't remember. I think Triple H was John Cena back in 2008. And then Undertaker was definitely Shawn Michaels. That was actually a really good match. That's actually one of my favorite Rumbles. Taker, Sean Ray was Orton when he won in 06. 05 was Batista and was Cena. That's when Vince came out and tore his quad. It was like a double elimination, and then Vince came out, ran out to the ring, tore his quad, and or I think it was tore his quad or tore his knee, his ACL, or it was something like that. I think it was his quad. It wasn't as bad as ACL, I think. But yeah, he ended up trying to stand up and having to sit down. That was 05. That was Batista and Cena. And then Batista ended up winning. 04 was Chris Benoit. I think it was the Big Show, because I remember he had his head kind of in a headlock, but if I'm not mistaken, Benoit was out of the ring and he was slowly pulling Big Show out. That was 04, I believe. And then 03 was Lesnar. That was Taker. Triple H. Oof. Yeah. Angle. I think it was Angle. Because I remember him clotheslining Angle, and Angle like going out the wrong way. Like he did like a clothesline, but he actually went out like as if someone was going to eliminate him. So that was weird. 01 was Austin eliminating Kane. Yeah, that was Kane, because he had a bunch of eliminations that year. And then Rock was the Big Show, and then Vince was Austin, because they both were out for a while and they came back. 98, I just watched that. That was Austin eliminating The Rock. 97, Austin was heel. Yeah, I don't think I remember. Oh yeah. Brett. It was Brett. He came out and eliminated Brett. He came back, eliminated Brett. He came back into the ring, eliminated Brett. 90. What was that? 96 was Shawn Michaels super kicking Diesel. 95 was Bulldog, because Bulldog was celebrating on the top, and then Michaels hit him over. And 94 was that was the double elimination, Luger and Brett. And then 93 was Yoko. I think it was Savage. I'm almost positive that Yoko eliminates Savage last. And then 92, of course, Flair was Sid. Hogan pulled Sid down. He's pulling his arm, and Flair tossed him over. I think 91 was Hennig. Or Earthquake. Was it Earthquake? I think it was Earthquake. Yeah. 90 was DiBiase, right? I think 90 was, or was it? No, 90 was Hennig, right? 90 was Hennig when Hogan eliminated Hennig, and then 91 was Earthquake. And then 89 was Stud. I don't remember who Stud eliminated that. I don't remember. I don't remember who Stud eliminated. It may have been DiBiase. And I do know Duggan was, I knew that Duggan was the one man gang, and that was in 88. I think it was DiBiase with with stud, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Well, there you go. There's all the runner-ups. I guess I'm a big wrestling fan, so that was fun. All right, y'all. That was fun. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this, Chris. They haven't built him up that much. I think they need to build him up more. Finn wins the Royal Rumble and faces Goldberg. No, I would have. That's not interesting at all. He was going off on Russo. Shoot me a link on IG, Aaron. I'm interested to know. But I really, really, really enjoy working with Vince Russo, man. That guy is he's super fun to work with. And dude, I mean, like as much flack as Vince Russo gets, man, I get it. I mean, sure. I mean, he's been a part of a bunch of controversy. I get it. But man, he is super, super, super fun to work with. Super nice guy. Easy to get along with. Super loyal, and yeah, I mean, I really like working with Vince. He's as far as like working with people for as far as like shows are concerned. I mean, other than my good friend Evan, Evan's one of my closest friends, but Vince is the guy, man. Vince is he's great to work with, man. And we click quite a bit, man, because we both roast Raw. Y'all have me dying on Monday nights. It's cathartic, man. It's called it's called a Legion of Raw. People are asking why it's still called Legion of Raw, and that's because we want to honor Road Warrior Animal. When I actually handpicked Animal to be my co-host for the show for Legion of Raw, I actually picked Animal because always, he's my all-time favorite tag team wrestler. And so he agreed, and I said, okay. So after he agreed, I named it Legion of Raw, to shout out to him. And so unfortunately, it was very tough. He passed away actually a day after we did our show. The next night he passed away. And so it was really tough. And so we're looking for a replacement. We were looking for a replacement. We searched high, we searched low. I talked to many people on the phone. I talked to many wrestlers on the phone. They weren't willing to commit, and we were just doing a bunch of interviewing processes. I talked to a lot of wrestlers on the phone, and people were interested. I was texting people too. I'm gonna tell this is what we do on PNP, man. This is the reason why we have fun here. This is the reason why it's my show. I was discussing it. I had discussions with Leo Rush. I had discussions with Nikita Koloff. I had discussions with Paul Ellering. I had discussions with Jim Duggan. There was a bunch that was on the interview process, and Nikita was nice. He was cool to talk to. He couldn't commit. It was commitment for most of the people. So yeah, those are the names. Paul Ellering was really nice to talk to too. Nice guy. So yeah, I forgot a bunch of other names that I interviewed and talked to about it. But we at SK were like, hey, the first person who availed himself when I started the Unscripted series, I was like, let's start this off with a bang. Let's get Vince Russo, bro, on the show for Unscripted. We gelled well Unscripted. I interviewed Vince a couple times before here on PNP, and we gelled quite well. And he was a part of the he was a part of the interview list, and he got the job. So, and I cannot think of anybody better. There would have been a better choice than Vince Russo, because I absolutely love working with him. So, all righty. Well, I hope everybody enjoys the Royal Rumble. I sure hope you do, because I'm not enthused. I am much more excited to be hanging around some good friends come Sunday at the Royal Rumble. One of them being Luke, actually, who's in the chat right now. So I'm much more excited about that. Every time I watch WWE pay-per-views, like big ones, I do it around good friends who are fellow believers like myself, Christ followers, and it's great to talk to them. It's great to talk with them and talk about, and all of them are old school wrestling fans too. So it's also great. We usually, our conversations are usually old school wrestling. And so that's what's fantastic about it. So I enjoy that way more than the actual pay-per-view. So as a matter of fact, we actually called, we actually brought the three that I usually watch the pay-per-views with. They were a part of the WrestleMania watch party last year. So those are the three who I typically watch wrestling with as far as pay-per-views. All right, everybody. Yes, it is going to be a good time on Sunday. And like I said, I'm looking forward to that much more than the actual pay-per-view itself. So please, ladies and gentlemen, find you somebody who will enjoy, who's safe to be around. Hey, thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that, man. Happy birthday to my middle child. It was yesterday because it's past midnight Eastern right now. But for those who are not on Eastern time, my son's birthday is still alive, still there. So happy birthday to my middle son, Ian. Daddy loves you. He is 6, so we had a good time today. So yeah, like I said, hey, find you someone who enjoys, actually is a wrestling fan, who won't bore you to death or annoy you with asking questions about wrestling. Just, don't do that. But go hang around someone who can get some wings about, and you can get some wings with, and have a good time. Danny, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Danny is also someone who I watch wrestling with when they come to the arena here in Columbus. Chris, always a pleasure having you on the show. You supporting the show. Patreon.com/Pancakes and Powerslams. Of course, I'm going to drop that because I appreciate your support, all the patrons. If the patrons weren't, told y'all before, look, I was at a point like, look, as crazy my schedule is, this show would be on 9 years come April. I love just hanging out with y'all, but I gotta make this worth something, and so y'all stepped up and got a few patrons, got a few more patrons. So thank you, all the patrons. And I actually got a bunch of people coming to me and say, hey, I'm about to become a patron. And so I appreciate everybody's support. Patreon.com/Pancakes and Powerslams. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone, and you have witnessed another episode of Pancakes and Powerslams. Until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.